Have you ever heard of a book so controversial, so profound, that it was left out of the Bible? A text that describes fallen angels, celestial journeys, and prophecies that echo into our modern world? Today, we're journeying into the shadows of history to uncover the secrets of the Book of Enoch. This ancient Jewish text, attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, isn't just a collection of stories. It's a cosmic saga, an apocalyptic vision that has captivated scholars and mystics for centuries. The book begins with an extraordinary claim. Enoch didn't die. Instead, he was taken up into the heavens, a mortal man chosen to walk among the angels and witness the secrets of creation. Imagine this. Enoch is guided through the seven heavens. He sees the storehouses of the winds, the sun, and the moon. He learns the celestial laws that govern the universe, secrets of cosmology and astronomy that were far ahead of their time. He's shown the inner workings of the cosmos, not as a king or a conqueror, but as a scribe, tasked with recording everything he sees for future generations. These journeys aren't just sightseeing trips. They are a divine education, preparing him for the heavy truths he is about to receive. And that's when the story takes a dark turn. Enoch learns of a rebellion in the heavens. A group of angels, known as the Watchers, became infatuated with human women, led by a figure named Samayaza. 200 of these celestial beings descended to Mount Hermon and made a pact. They defied God's command, took human wives, and fathered a race of giants known as the Nephilim. These giants were described as colossal beings with an insatiable appetite. They consumed all of humanity's resources, and when that wasn't enough, they turned on humans themselves, and then on each other. The world descended into chaos, violence, and corruption. But the sins of the Watchers went far beyond their forbidden unions. They taught humanity forbidden knowledge. Azazel, one of the chief Watchers, taught men how to forge weapons of war swords, knives, and shields. He introduced women to cosmetics and jewelry, sparking vanity and deceit. Other Watchers revealed the secrets of sorcery, astrology, and root cutting, knowledge that was meant to remain hidden. In essence, they accelerated human civilization down a path of corruption and self-destruction. The knowledge wasn't inherently evil, but humanity wasn't ready for it. It was like giving a child a loaded weapon. The cries of humanity reached the heavens, and the archangels Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel looked down and saw the bloodshed and lawlessness that had consumed the earth. They brought the case before God, who then passed judgment. A great flood was decreed to cleanse the earth of the Nephilim and the corruption they had spawned. Noah was chosen to preserve life, but what about the fallen angels? Their fate was sealed. The Watchers were to be bound in the valleys of the earth, imprisoned in darkness until the final judgment. Their giant offspring, the Nephilim, were slain, and their spirits were condemned to roam the earth as demons, plaguing mankind until the end of days. This is the book of Enoch's explanation for the origin of evil spirits. They're the disembodied souls of the giants, forever hungry and forever destructive. Enoch, as the chosen intermediary, was given the grim task of delivering this judgment to the fallen Watchers. Imagine the scene, a mortal man confronting these once glorious celestial beings, now disgraced and terrified, to tell them their doom. They beg him to petition God on their behalf, but their sentence is final. There is no pardon. This part of the narrative serves as a stark warning about the consequences of pride, lust, and disobedience. But the book of Enoch doesn't stop there. It then launches into a series of staggering prophecies about the future of the world, culminating in the final judgment. Enoch has shown visions of all human history, from his time until the very end. He sees the coming of a figure called the Son of Man, a righteous and chosen one who will sit on a throne of glory and judge both the living and the dead. This messianic figure will bring about a new heaven and a new earth. The righteous will be resurrected to live in an eternal light, while the wicked and the fallen angels will be cast into a lake of fire. The prophecies are vivid and detailed, describing a great cosmic battle between good and evil, where justice will ultimately prevail. So why does this ancient, non-canonical book matter to us today? Let's look at the parallels. The story of the Watchers is a tale of forbidden knowledge being given to a humanity that is not ready for it. Think about our world right now. We are grappling with the ethical implications of artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, and autonomous weapons. We hold a power that our ancestors could never have dreamed of, but do we have the wisdom to wield it responsibly? The Watchers' sin wasn't just lust. It was the arrogant belief that they could improve upon creation, that they knew better than the divine order. Does that sound familiar? As we push the boundaries of science and technology, are we playing God? Are we, like the Watchers, unleashing forces we cannot control, all in the name of progress and knowledge? The Book of Enoch serves as an ancient allegory, a cautionary tale about the dangers of hubris. The book also speaks to our search for truth in a world filled with distractions. The Watchers introduced enchantments and vanities that led humanity astray. Today we are bombarded with digital distractions, superficial desires, and misinformation. The pursuit of deeper truth and spiritual wisdom, as exemplified by Enoch, often takes a back seat to the noise of modern life. But amidst all these warnings, the Book of Enoch is ultimately a story of hope. It assures its readers that despite the chaos, corruption, and the apparent reign of evil, there is a divine plan. Justice will triumph, the righteous will be vindicated, and creation will be restored to its intended state of harmony. The final judgment isn't just about punishment, it's about renewal. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, where it seems like injustice is winning, the message of Enoch resonates with a powerful promise. Hold on. The arc of the cosmos bends towards justice. The Son of Man will establish an everlasting kingdom of peace. This isn't just an ancient prophecy. It is a timeless message of hope that speaks directly to the struggles and anxieties of our own time. Whether you see the Book of Enoch as literal history, a symbolic allegory, or a work of profound mythological fiction, its themes are undeniably relevant. It challenges us to consider the ethical boundaries of our knowledge, the nature of good and evil, and our place in the cosmic order. It asks us to look beyond the immediate and consider the ultimate consequences of our actions. So the next time you look up at the stars, remember the story of Enoch, the man who walked with angels and brought back a warning and a promise. A warning about the temptations of forbidden knowledge, and a promise that righteousness will, in the end, have the final word. Thanks for joining us on this journey into one of history's most fascinating and mysterious texts. If you enjoyed this exploration, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the forgotten corners of history. What are your thoughts on the Book of Enoch? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.